Hey, good morning. So really quickly, guys, the year is ending and everybody is wrapping up and starting to do their resolutions and, adjust and change and become a new and better you and all of that good stuff. Take the last few days of the year to just reflect. Reflect on your health, your education, your emotional state, excuse me, the statuses of your relationships, the goods, the bads of your year, your accomplishments, the goals, the things that you did reach. We spend so much time wondering and worrying about next year and what's going to happen and how we're going to change and how we're going to be new and all this other shit. And we sometimes forget to enjoy and celebrate the things we did accomplish this year. We start the beginning of the new year looking at, the pluses and the positives that are possible. Me, myself, I spend the last 5 or 6 days, I enjoy my family, I enjoy my kids, family come to visit and things like that. And I try to make sure that, even going into the new year, we don't do resolutions. We do declarations, and it's more like, what do you plan on doing for the year? So, while my 2017, I was dedicated. That was my year. It's dedication. And I think when I do a theme, it makes it easier to stay a little focused. So I started off the year, I was dedicated to me. My business, making sure that I created a good base and a foundation. And I did that. I didn't really focus on losing weight, for 17. For 17, I honestly focused on simply maintaining, learning how to eat right, learning how to, what's the good things to drink if you don't want water. I found a new love for water. How to lose the weight, which I did. I lost a ton of weight, but then also how to make sure that, I'm not trying to just keep losing. I got happy with who I am. I spent this year learning who I am mentally, learning the things that I do like, the things that I actually don't like that I thought I did, just whatever. So spend the last few days reflecting on you, figuring out who you are, what you want, because everybody wants somebody to make them happy. Well, nobody can't make you happy unless you can make you happy. Ain't no point in losing the weight if you don't know how to keep it off. Diet is fine. I've gone on many, many diets, but eating as a lifestyle has changed my life. Not just the diets that I did that lost 10 pounds, 20 pounds. Honestly, I did a diet and I lost 50 pounds. But it wasn't those things that made me who I am. Just like the weight doesn't make you a good person or a bad person. Losing it doesn't make you a better person or a worse person. But actually enjoying who you are. I enjoy my foods now because I don't just eat anything. When I eat, I'm eating, for sustenance. And sometimes I eat for fun because food tastes good. But most of the time, it's to make my body feel good. To learn how this food is going to give me a headache. That food is going to make me bloated. But that food over there, it's going to make me, my chest clear up or my asthma's acting up. Or, I have a sinus problem, so drainage is a problem. But if I eat this thing or I drink. So learning what makes you complete, makes you whole. If you don't, for me, I spent the time, like I said, I dedicated it to family and work. And I spent like the whole half of the year being challenged with that. Running on E many times just to make sure that I lived up to my personal goal for the year. And they pushed all the way up until a couple days before Christmas. I was being pushed, to challenge myself to reach this dedication thing. And I did it. I'm not running anywhere else for anybody else. And, I'm still a couple minutes ago, my daughter came in and I have to prove to myself the dedication that I have for these people, the dedication that I have for myself. And so in 2017, I reached beyond my goal for being dedicated. And dedication wasn't just to myself. Originally, to be honest, I thought, I'm going to be selfish this year. And then I was challenged to be beyond selfish. I was challenged to give myself more. I have a hard time sharing my life. I'll share with you the fun stuff and the cool stuff that I do. But like when I'm emotional and I'm down, you don't see me post those things. You don't see me talk about them because they are the core of me. They are what sometimes pushes me to do better, but other times it makes me want to break down. So for 2018, for me, it's progression. For my family, we voted on progression during our family meeting. But, you know, figure out what it is you want as a whole. You know, if you want to lose weight, if you have like this whole bunch of weight that you want to get off, that's okay. But don't just lose the weight. Don't just focus on being skinnier. Focus on being healthier. Sometimes the being healthier part and exercising, everybody's going to tell you, exercise 45 minutes, exercise an hour. If you could get 10,000 steps in, blah, blah, blah. When I first started exercising in 2000 and I think I want to say 13, maybe 12 even, I don't even know. I started out with 5 fucking minutes. 5 minutes. Because I couldn't do anymore. You know, I hadn't exercised in years. My job required me to sit down for 12 hours. I got all these reasons, but I started with 5 minutes. When I was done, or when I stopped, 8 months later, I was up to, I can go an hour and a half on this bike, top speed. I could do, you know, 45 minutes of straight push exercise, blah, blah, blah. But start with 5 minutes is my point. Start with where you are and anything, just start there. So just make sure you first appreciate what you have. You know, your emotional well-being, your mental, physical state. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're not as skinny as you want to be. So what? Maybe you don't have the six-pack abs. Me, I have this damn arm fat that when I lost that weight, I did not expect to get, and I got it, and the shit wants to be my best friend. And you know, I have those things, and I'm cool with that. You know, I learned to, I don't want to say embrace it, because I do plan on fixing it, and I do plan on being better, you know, and getting myself to it. But right now it's here, and I'm not going to be upset with it. I'm not going to despise it and rebuke it and all the crazy shit. I'm going to let it be what it is, and I'm going to learn and figure out how I'm going to adjust it and change it. So for next year, don't plan on being a new person or better or no other crap. Just plan on progressively getting to where you want to be. So today I'll say this is the overall of progression. Just progress. Just make sure that when you wake up tomorrow, even though it's not yet the new year, that you are going to be a better you. And if you do that every day, you know, take the steps forward every day to become whoever it is or whatever it is that you want to be, you'll get there. You know, and it may not be in 2018. Or, you know, it may not be something that takes you 6 months to a year to do. Whatever it is, just take it day by day, line by line, time by time. And I believe that it'll eventually get there. Until then, until later, bye.